And that's a player that wasn't necessarily on the scouting report, but there's something about Empire as SK almost threads one through. Another near opportunity. St. Louis coming in trying to ambush the strikers. And a
you can settle it, create a tempo, and have a great hit.
De Leon with a shot.
George is a specialist. You've seen that in the last couple of games where he comes in and
games in the past, it's okay. Games today is another thing. As Perez connects in with De Leon, Williamson tracking back quick. De Leon saved by not season where he got lost in the flow of the offense. That wasn't the case the past couple of games. Here we are on the counter as the ambush.
The wall of scorer opportunities. That's one area where.
Oh, a near opportunity. What a save!
Almost as though I'd said the word strikers 14 times already.
You've been thinking about it. Is that one nearly color their hair? Because it just makes them very identifiable. It's not the number, it's the hairs. Chavez threads it nearly. Track rights, the reason why he's had so much success against this team this season. Threaded through as Briggs do manage to get the dub. They've got a winning season. But it's Mashad with the steal. Mashad denied by. And right off of the Soccer in 60 dasher board. And folks, if you're not tuning into Soccer in 60, what are you doing? Stinson with the shot. Save today. How fun that would be. Intercepted by Togba. Roscoe was out of position. Counterattack opportunity here as the ambush on the run. Ozzy Santana to the left to Riley Yuri. Broken up, and Palmer showing us why he's been a defender of the year in this league. But we have a player. Vince, the whistle blows, the opportunity. Murshad murders it in. The player who got the infraction gets to come back. Stinson on the counter. Stinson to Fabian. Misses it, ricochets back over to Justin, and Briggs gets in the way. Yuri on the run. Riley Yuri, we know how he can fly. And he...
The beauty of the smile of those young girls watching that was just outstanding.
Polo, bottom left corner!
With the ball.
And here's the restart. Looks like it's going to be Reyes to Fabian with space, and he kicks that into Mark. But in California, you got the tornadoes, you got the earthquakes, you got the traffic. Stinson with space to maneuver. That ball has been a fine addition to this team. Discovered at the TST, playing for 10-15. SK into Amadi. Home moment is Stinson from the same town that the ambush story. Stinson went to a tryout for the ambush back when Everton Morera saved by minutes here late in the season. And there he is, finding space. De Leon blocked. Fixing that, I was about to question, where is Orange City? As that pass comes into Palmer. Palmer smacking the building.
And his trademark all-white kit.
Yes, all goals and 2 assists in his last 3 games. He's been red hot, although he's been fantastic ever since he came into MASL. There's to decipher what we should do about that. Mashad comes through. Mashad tries to squeeze it past Orozco. Intercepted by Williamson. Williamson scores!
You heard that sound. It sounded like a drum kit test right there, the way it sounded off that board. So glad he's okay.
There's the defense by Stinson on Torrealba. Torrealba really quiet here offensively, but the last thing you want to do is ignite him. And
definitely what every championship team has to do.
Back heel touch. Stinson shoots into Williamson, who had himself a great defensive opportunity, presence, and a goal kick.
Here.
Reyes into Fabian. Smashes it off the wall. De Leon score! Here, sports-wise, things look pretty good for them. Punish the ambush. It's Reyes. Is he going to go to his right to De Leon? Over to Stinson. Stinson shoots. And Nascimento making the save. Curves that in to Randy Martinez. Martinez on the run, trying to find Falzone. Going to put on the brakes. Back over to Marco. Fabian against Williamson. He fires it right into Williamson. Looked like it touched Marco's hand. We won't know what the story is until, well, at the conclusion of this game anyway. We're trying to focus on this one as Shalit on to St. Louis. I think that was Ozzy. There's a shot smashed off the reasons. You can tell who's been working for this organization as long as they have. As there's a save by Araz. Perez in it. Fabian wide open with nobody marking him as SK gets involved in that. Fine Stinson, under 5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Can the strikers break up the equalizer? Fabian shoots it, does not get the faux potted again. They're going to stay in 6, so they're going to get the 3rd seed one way or another. Shalir, that bounces off of Briggs. Ball is loose. Zah pokes it away. The ambush on the run. Togba through ball. Martinez.
What a save.
And I think cleaned up by Mansoret. Poked away from Williamson into SK. That's not the man you want to see with the ball of the season, and we're under a minute to go. Another chance, almost. Shalier into Perez. Perez smacks it off the wall. Shalier just can't gain the fact that the ambush have one more goal than the strikers. And their opponent's going to be. And Stinson hits the deck hard. It's going to be a blue card. Dada Heta Azul on Falzone. And he's Stinson. De Leon musters it. Blocked by Williamson. 30 seconds into this power play. Strikers are looking for their first attempt. Fabian fires it. Fabian fires it. Nearly scores. Ball is loose. Stinson. Pink hair and all into Perez. And Stinson came close to getting intercepted by Falzone. Santana. Ozzy. Turf came up for a second. Ozzy. Denial on that one. You're having too much fun, so I'll give it to you. Zaha. Chavez and Falzone cleaned up by Chavez. Mansoret with an opportunity. Mansoret on the run. Still sticking with it. That's got to be a blue card. Stinson, we're all on the edge of our seats here. The Stinger on a roll, and he scored!
So, you know, just you talked about it earlier, the competitive nature of a professional athlete. We're seeing it right in front of us.
Fabian trying to clear some space. Marco! 7 goals scored in this contest. Williamson, look at the footwork into Falzone. Look at the defense. A little bit of that striker's ball when they utilized the 6th attacker, Mashad. Not Mashad, Mashad. Mashad and Mashad. And Mashad, oh God, to their name enunciations.
So we talked about
Briggs saved by a
earlier where they needed to improve. So good moment here.
Mashad upside. He's got Jeff Mashad wide open. Into Briggs. Briggs in that corner. Bounces it near wall. A score opportunity. And a Roscoe with the denier. SK shot. 2. Santana looking to try to create some splendid music. Look at the pass in. And a goal. Literally holding hands. The poke. Polo almost comes through. Seconds remaining for that regulation dub. Oh, the restart. De Leon back heels it in. Fabian. That one can't. Gratterall. Venezuela's finest finds Lawal. Walla, and a goal!